everybody, this is Sister Omi. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm here to do the full moon in Cancer for the sign of Pisces. So we know Cancer, we think of home, mom, apple pie, cozy, comfort foods and all that good stuff. In addition to that, we're in Capricorn season, so, this is the cycle when you have the Capricorn birthday, so there may be some push and pull between, like, work and your family life or, your creative project versus something else that's being responsible. So, but for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, speaking of which, hit that subscribe button so you can help me build my channel. And I can expand on my content and different things that I plan to do in the future. So I want to keep you up to date. So hit the subscribe button. So what impact does this full moon in Cancer have on you, Pisces? This is going to affect the area of your life having to do with relationships, marriage, maybe your business partnerships. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. My bad. But it's relationships, but it's more like romance, love affairs, your play, creativity, self-expression. And looking at these cards here, what we have here, there's been some things on your mind. And it's time to let go of some stuff. Because that's all, free your mind and the rest will follow. What are these things on your mind? Because you think about, in relationships, some people, am I good enough? I got bills, this, that, car breakdown, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff that could be on your mind, that could be having an impact on your relationship. However, what I feel, since this is in that sector, this full moon in Cancer, this may be a time to let go of some of the things that you're holding on to, because it's time for you to evolve within your relationships. It's time, maybe it's just time to create something different at this time, something better for yourself. It's like, I'll use the example. Am I good enough for this person? When you should be asking yourself, are they good enough for me? You feel me? I got debt. How can I be in a relationship? Everybody got something. How are you looking at things? All that negative self-talk, that's what all this is, negative self-talk. It's time to let it go. And here you got the Magician. So what we're talking about is you can create and transform. You can change the situation. In fact, maybe it's just time to move on. Now, this is for some. This is a general reading. So maybe it's time to move on and create something better, something you're more worthy of, or more in sync with you. Since that air sign of the mind, when you deal with relationships or that sentimentality of relationships, it's just maybe a time to really say to myself, is this what I want for my life? I deserve better. And so you have the ability to create that. You have the ability to transform. This is about taking an action. This is about moving forward. Making use of your powers. This is a good time to start a new love relationship. Now, with that said, I know some people are in very good relationships. However, but I think for some, maybe they were karmic and it's time to move on. And for some people who have been in long-term relationships, it's time for something to change within that relationship for it to move forward. And interesting here, and that's the message from Spirit. We got the Tower. Something got to give. Something got to change. You know. Or maybe just a sudden change. Maybe there's a fresh view. You know, there's something may happen that's just out of your control. Maybe something you have been opposed to for a long time is about to emerge. So here, this is about destroying old structures and superficial structures without fear, and those that have become over time a prison. It's time to liberate the energies that were enclosed within. And this is why I like this card, because anyone ever see it? I can't remember which one it is. What is the I can't think. Oh, daggone it! The movie with the witches, the school. You know, Harry Potter. There it is. You know, in the building, like how when they're in that school and the stairs start shifting. It's time to change. Now, you can change yourself, or something's going to happen that's just going to make you change. You're going to have to change. It's better to do it yourself than to have to change because you're being forced to. Now, some could end a love story, or some could revise their attitude about it, or something that happened, like say within the last 6 months. Maybe now you're seeing it different, so there's been a change in your mind. So, those that are in a good relationship, this is about leaving all the old stuff behind and transforming and changing into something new and improved. But for some, I would say at least 70%, it's time to move on to something better. Move on to that real soulmate. Now, this is the root chakra. This is your foundation. Maybe you're holding on to relationships that destabilize your foundation. And those are in a good relationship, you're going to secure it. So there has been some type of change. And, you know, maybe you should ask yourself, what truth do you really want to embrace? Is this authentic? Is this authentic? Am I going to be able to face myself, my true feelings, and what I really, really want? Because this is your core and your foundation. What do you really, really want? What are you holding on to, the real truth, or is that truth an illusion? Or maybe it's time to speak your truth and choose love, freedom through transformation. This is about changing the foundation. Remember, shifting the stuff around. There's a change that's going to be made. You can change, or the situation around you is going to change. But there's going to be some type of wake-up call. Now, I see this as encouraging. And I see it because if you're forced to change, you still have this Magician card. So it's like taking those lemons and making lemonade. You can transform a situation. You have the power. And Pisces, you know, all All the Pisces I know are very giving. All the Pisces I know are very creative. So what are you going to create really for yourself here? It's time to face your true feelings. And that takes taking a look within yourself. This full moon in Cancer, that water, that emotion, and you're very intuitive. So I'm saying all this stuff, but you already know it. I'm not saying anything you don't already know. You know you can create magic, but you want your magic, since this is the root chakra, to be built on a firm foundation. You're tired of the steps getting shifted. You want some stability here, and that's what you need to go for. Be the magician. Be the change. Be the change, Pisces. So please let me know what you think. Feel free to leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And, before I go, now whatever happens now, once you get into June, July, think back to this time. Because this is how, these full moon, and this is eclipse too, which I failed to mention, but it's going to have an impact going into, you're going to see whatever you do now, see what happens 6 months from now. All right? Be the change. All right. This is Sister Omi, you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. Peace.